You gotta be kidding, it's not by rail. Oh, they're certainly dead. She's gonna fire on him. She is really heartless. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to The Legend of Korra Season 4, Episode 11. Now, as this season has been going on, I think it's fair to say there are a few downfalls here and there with the recap episode, and just again sort of sidelining Asami for a little bit. But ultimately, I still think this season is going very strong, and we're getting towards the end, and I'm just very excited to see how it's all going to come together. We do have different things going on, yes, with Asami, but it is minor with her dad, and I do want to see how that will be played more. I'm hoping we get something on it in this one, because it's been a while. It feels like that's going to be a big thing, because I just need something for her to do. But I think the main thing that I'm hoping for this episode is to just get more exploration on what on earth Korra's going to do with the spirit stuff. A lot of things have been going on with her now. She's talked with Zahir, she's basically got god level power, which she just needs to realize. The spirits turned down her sort of attempt to get them to help. So now she has to come up with a new plan to face Kuvira. I kind of think it has something to do with her like sort of new understanding of her abilities, where really the only thing limiting her is herself. We know that the Avatar basically has full control over spirit energy, and that is exactly what Kuvira is trying to use. Alongside that, the last episode was basically a Lin episode, which was just amazing, where you got to see finally her story kind of be completed with her relationship with her mum. It was awesome to see Toph again. She sort of disavowed Kuvira in front of like her soldiers. I'm hoping that will have a knock-on effect. Like, surely the Earth Kingdom reveres Toph more than Kuvira, and knowing that Toph disapproves of her has got to be like a big thing. So on the other side of that, we also have Prince Wu, who I'm hoping will get some development soon. He started a little bit, but I need him to have more. If this person is meant to sort of replace Kuvira, he needs to start developing fast. He had something in the last one where he had a good idea. Of course, motivation came from just wanting to impress Korra, but he needs something more, and I'm hoping that it just gets the ball rolling in this episode. We need to see him become a true leader that can replace Kuvira through kindness or something else, not like her. Yeah, this is the third last episode of the season, and I'm not sure if we're done with the build-up yet. I'm not sure if Kuvira will actually launch an attack yet. We know it's been around 2 weeks before her attack plan was to begin. We know that Varric and Asami have worked on plans and stuff for flying mechs, which sounds cool. But I am curious to think, will this be more build-up? Because we need to know what Korra's plan is. That's still yet to be figured out. Or will it just jump straight into it and actually start the invasion, start the actual battle now? Whatever the case, I'm excited. I want to see how Korra can try and solve this. I feel like this has got to be one of her biggest tests as the Avatar to prove herself. The world finally loves her. It's great. They love her. She's got a statue in the park. And now she needs to prove herself to everyone that she can save the day and that she can do what the Avatar needs to do with confidence, that she knows that she is needed. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. If you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon. The link will be in the description. Over there, I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. But with that said, let's just dive on in.
For the past 3 years, we've fought side by side to unite the Earth Empire.
Surely I set up shop in Zaofu, and I hate it so much.
There is a grave injustice that must be corrected.
Only an injustice?
Avatar Aang, along with Fire Lord Zuko, stole Earth Empire land and formed the...
It wasn't stolen. No, really. She could have a better job at convincing people of it, I think, if she just said it was Fire Nation colonies, Ozai is the one that stole it, and then the king just gave up the land. Saying it as that is just a blatant lie and a misrepresentation of what happened.
I'm honored to march into the city by your side. I love you, Kuvira.
I never could have done this without your help.
I'm surprised the relationship is actually kind of healthy. Well, maybe. I know we haven't any more on Batar. We saw in the last episode where Opal was in the line of fire. He tried to get it to stop, so he clearly does still love his family.
We've evacuated almost 18 families.
Only?
I said it could be better.
The problem is it's a voluntary evacuation, and there aren't very many volunteers. They just don't feel like they're in any immediate danger.
Great. Oh, that means it's gonna be too late. How can you scare them?
Opal, Beipong, and I rescued everyone, but we had a run-in with Kuvira. We saw her super spirit weapon.
I can scare them.
Like, really close. Way too close.
Is she going to use it against Republic?
You bet.
I found out she's going to attack in 2 weeks.
Oh, and Julie's on our side now. Actually, she never really switched sides, and I'm just gonna...
Where's Varric? I need this reunion.
My guess is she's coming by rail.
Then we'll cut the rail lines.
Okay, it was on a track. She wouldn't... But then she's a metal bender. I don't think it's gonna stop it. She could just metal bend and create a new rail.
President said we only have 2 weeks to get these hummingbirds humming.
They look weird. Cool. I don't understand that point now. What are they meant to do against Kuvira's spirit thing?
Well, I went to Zaofu and saved Sue and her family, and guess who else we found? Ha!
Oh, she looks so defeated.
I know I said a lot of terrible things about you in front of Kuvira. I didn't mean one.
Really? I thought some truth would be in that. Okay.
I thought my only chance to save you was to join her.
Is this gonna be a joke? Is he just gonna tell her to do things?
You mean the world to me, and I'm sorry if I hurt you.
I really don't- is-
Don't be so hard on yourself.
What's he gonna do? No, don't believe it.
Now be a good assistant and man the assembly line.
No!
Ah!
If you want me around, you need to start treating me like an equal.
Excellent, there was some real truth to her speech. Come on back, you know you want her back. Don't just shrug, you know you want her back, come on. Okay, not the reunion I was hoping for, but I guess it's just Varric. Maybe this can just develop Varric and it can get him to just open up more. Good.
Please find your evacuation handbooks and turn to subsection 1-26.
I'm getting calls. Yeah, I don't think it feels like an evacuation. You need like air sirens. If anything, you need, it sounds really bad, but you kind of need to scare people to get out. Sound off, like get sirens going. This sounds far too calm.
What's confusing? I'm giving very specific instructions.
And a handbook.
I got this.
Really? Development?
Believe me, I know what it's like to be afraid. I used to not be able to go to the bathroom by myself.
And now he can, so developed. Yay.
None of us will ever be able to go to the bathroom, and then we all lose.
Relatable, I guess.
We're winners. Winners that are going to get out of this city in a calm and...
Oh, that dude.
Grab your neighbor.
Grab that guy down the street you don't know very well and head to the nearest bus.
Okay, it's working. Leadership, nice to see. He did something Mako couldn't. Well done, Wu.
You might not make such a bad king after all.
That's, okay, this is already doing something I wanted. Yay.
They have the boat ready to leave. Why aren't you all packed yet?
The kids and I have been talking, and we decided we want to stay.
Oh, no.
This is our city, and it's going to need all the help it can get.
Sure, yay. But don't you have, like, a small baby that needs to be taken care of?
I'm sure Prince Wu could use your help with the evacuation. And you three can help the other airbenders keep an eye on the Earth Empire troops from above.
Okay, good, yes.
She's going to rue the day she messed with Milo.
Yeah, no one feels confident in that. Okay. But at least the evacuation is working. Wu is doing something good. Development, it's all good. United Army, good. Iroh again. Okay, I'm feeling good. But I feel, is that lulling me? Is that making me feel hopeful? I feel like I shouldn't feel hopeful yet. I gotta remember, what can possibly stand against the spirit thing? All this might seem nice, all this like ships and all of this stuff, evacuation, all good, but it's still got a spirit weapon.
Air Temple Island is the ideal location for your base of operations.
Yep, it's an island.
We want to take out Kuvira's spirit weapon before it gets too close to the city.
Excellent.
That sounds like a risk we don't need to take.
But still, you want to get rid of that thing?
It's too powerful. It can destroy the city.
And a mountain. I just imagine if it moved, because we only saw it in like one blast. Imagine if it spread across the entire city. I feel like just one shot and it could level the entire place.
And it might be our only shot at preventing an all-out war. Good luck.
Do we know that Kuvira only has one? I'm slightly scared. Do we know it's only one? I mean, Julie, yes, worked on it, but if Kuvira had any suspicions of sabotage, maybe she got like a backup ready just in case.
It's Kuvira's army. They're a week early.
They're early. Oh, great. Oh, you gotta be kidding! It's not by rail! Everyone's dead. Oh, they're certainly dead! Wow! Okay. That's horrifying. She built a giant mech robot thing. Oh, dear. Interesting. It's kind of weird, but sure. You're gonna see the robot.
She's already crossed into United Republic.
Good thing you got here. Yes.
There aren't any train tracks this way. How are they transporting that super weapon of theirs?
New way. It has legs. It actually grew legs and walked up. Like, Julie knew none of this? How fast did this thing get made? Let me guess, it's not even going to be made out of, like, metal that can be bent, isn't it?
You know Kuvira was building that thing?
Oh, did I forget to mention it? No!
There's a flying bison up ahead.
The Avatar.
So, this Oh, it's like a cool robot. She can bend it like this. So maybe, no, she's bending the levers. I'm still going to assume that you can't bend the metal shell of this thing. I'm just going to use it straight like that. What fuel? No, the fuel is the spirit stuff, and they've got plenty of it.
We gotta get out of here now!
Yes! How easy is it? They can move the beam as well, because it's now on an arm. I mean, at least it isn't as free moving as Vaatu. I feel like it's stronger than Vatu's beams, though.
They're going to warn Republic City.
Let them.
She has strands
No one can stop us.
strands of hair falling out of place. The neat and tidy, perfect Kuvira is going a bit more unhinged.
Kuvira's army is only a few hours away.
No, they can't be. We're not ready.
Is the evacuation over yet? Are people still in the city?
Giant mecha suit. It's over 25 stories tall.
Get General Iroh on the line and tell him the attack is happening today.
I mean, technically, this kind of makes the weapon weaker. If you can take out its legs in some way and of its balance, it's kind of done.
Maybe we can get a few of those hummingbird suits up and running. We're coming with you.
And they're all decked out in armor. Awesome. I'm trying to think. What purpose is there just making it a mech suit? Is there like... it just seems a little bit odd. But like it would have been more effective as like a tank, where it can still move, because like the mech is still very slow, isn't it? And I feel like having it as a mech creates more weaknesses, because now it's like it has the same sort of structure as a person, and if you take out the legs or you cut off an arm, it kind of falls apart. Where if it was a tank, it's a bit more sturdier. There's less weak points. And I guess it's Kuvira just trying to look powerful and intimidating. So maybe she's kind of lost... I feel like she's lost it a little bit. With the strands of hair falling out of place, I feel like she is going into the more power and bravado sort of thing, trying to look intimidating rather than just acting it. Of course, this thing looks very menacing, but if you can knock it over, I feel like it would do it in quite a bit. Yep, everyone very concerned. Those wires really do nothing to this thing.
I don't think you understand the power I possess.
So arrogant. Okay, it has a loading. It loads. So that means there is a limit to it, thankfully. It's not just like a spirit thing they can harness however much they want. Oh man, people are dead. That wasn't as damaging as I thought it was. That's because it has levels. And she's just using one thing to do multiple attacks with it. Great. It basically has infinite range. If she pointed to where these guys are right now, she would destroy them, wouldn't she? Yeah, I'd suggest running. You need a plan. You need something. No one's come up with a plan or anything yet. And I guess they're going to have to test to see if the shell is bendable, but I don't think it's going to be.
You have 3 seconds or I wipe out your army.
I have no choice.
He's right.
We surrender. Republic City is yours.
Yeah, it's just a power thing. I feel like you can still fight against it.
He'll present you with our terms.
I'm not surrendering.
Excellent. Avatar works independently.
And Korra, find a way to beat that thing.
Also so cool just hearing Zuko's voice actor again. Just love seeing that.
We've done it, Kuvira.
And I just got word that President Raiko is on Air Temple Island.
What are you gonna do? Are you? It's still scared. Batar needs... I feel like Batar can be reasoned with. Kuvira definitely can't.
How are we supposed to fight an entire army, a mecha giant, and that crazy weapon?
We can't fight it, but maybe we can cripple it.
Take out a leg.
I had no idea they were even building it.
Guess Batar Jr. is a better inventor than I thought.
Can you steady it?
Don't tell him I said that.
Is there any...
That's it. Batar Jr. built it. He'll know how to take it...
Okay, so we are going to try and make him talk. Okay, I'm just make him turn. He's still very devoted.
Oh, it's a long shot, but it's the only chance we have. And if we don't...
Korra, I'm in.
Yes. Okay, good. Yay.
Stealth team of airbenders to get in and out of Batar's airship unnoticed. Tenzin, Boomy, Jinora, Kai, let's get moving.
Excellent. Oh, I love how on board everyone is.
What about me?
Aww.
Sorry, buddy, but this mission counts on everyone being as silent as possible.
Yeah.
And your farts are just too much of a wild card.
Yeah, definitely.
I can be quiet!
Absolutely not. Okay, but I like this plan, and I love that everyone was on board with them. No one second-guessed her. No one questioned it. This is a good plan.
Is everyone ready?
You need stealth. And plus it's cool, actually going for a stealth option rather than just trying to punch things. Love seeing how far she comes. It's basically just a recon. You need to get Batar so you can get information. I mean, not just a recon, you're also kidnapping, I guess, or yeah, hostage. It works. Oh, and Tenzin's in a glider as well. That looks so weird. Normally it's like covered in a giant robe. You got him, you got him, you got him, you got him. And he's alone. Excellent. Yay! Bag him and go. This has gone very well. This is amazing. I love how well that went. Nothing like got in the way. Korra's plan worked. I think I'm just glad that that happened. Normally when she has a plan, something always goes bad. That was flawless.
Kuvira finds out I'm missing. You're all done for.
That's why before she finds out, you're going to tell us how to stop that mech.
She's gonna fire on him. She doesn't care. That's gonna break their relationship, isn't it?
You won't hurt me. I know an empty threat when I see one.
Yeah, you're gonna need Kuvira to threaten him. She's gonna try and take him out.
Was this your best idea? You've lost. Only you haven't accepted it.
All you gotta do is give Kuvira your location, tell her where, or a fake location, tell her where you are, say that you have Batar, and then she'll open fire. And then he'll be like, oh no, how could she? Why? And that would immediately turn him against her. It would do it. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna kill or anything. Oh yeah, he's gone. They still showed up.
Are you sure? Check the engine room. What's going on? Is everything all right?
Just a minute.
This makes him look so bad.
I'm ready to discuss the terms of the surrender with Batard Jr. Where is he?
I'm not really.
Were they in on the plan? They weren't, were they?
Why are you doing this? I know you set out to help better the world.
It's such an inferiority thing. He wants to get out of his parents' shadow.
How many people have to lose their lives before Kuvira is satisfied?
It doesn't have to cost any life. All that Kuvira and I want is a united Earth Empire.
It won't stop there. I truly don't think it will stop there.
When you left Zaofu, it broke my heart. And our family has never been the same.
I don't know if she can get through to him.
Kuvira is my family now.
Yeah. At least you tried. You need Kuvira to threaten this place.
I will take away the one thing you care for the most. Kuvira.
How do you plan?
Kuvira might win. She might chase us out of the city.
But you'll take him with you.
I'm going to make it my life's mission to never let you see the one you love.
This works very well.
Making the city worth losing Kuvira forever?
You can't.
The mission over your love.
You two will still have the Earth Empire. Just leave the United Republic alone.
Okay, he does truly love her, I think. But I don't think Kuvira's gonna do that. She's not gonna accept it. 2 episodes left, she ain't gonna accept it.
She wants to talk to Batar. What should I tell her?
For goodness sake, give me...
I love how done with this he already is.
It's Batar.
I've been captured. My airship was ambushed and I was taken by force.
I don't think she's not gonna surrender. She's just gonna try and blow this place up. He truly loves her, but she loves the mission more.
The Avatar there with you now.
Yes, everyone is here.
Everyone is here.
Find out where that radio signal's coming.
And then they're gonna blow it up.
If you try to take Republic City, the Avatar will never let me see you again, and I refuse to live that.
This is gonna destroy their relationship.
Forget the United Republic. We have our empire.
Now she sees him as weak for, like, giving up.
The only thing that matters is that we're together for the rest of our lives.
Not to her.
We've identified their position.
Open fire.
This city isn't worth sacrificing our life together. I love you, Batar.
Huh? Oh no, she's just playing along. Oh great. Yep, here we go. She's really heartless.
She must have our location. It's pointing that weapon right
at
us.
Yes, run!
No, she wouldn't.
She would. She very much would, and she's doing it now.
Everyone out! Now!
Realizing who your family is yet. Oh, the flying mechs are all gone. So much for that idea.
No.
Keep the president safe. I'm going to check for survivors.
It's fine, everyone will be alive. Not even morning, just stone cold, wow. Oh, and ending, so I'm guessing this is definitely a 3-part final. Okay, well this episode was so much fun. I love everything we got from it. First off, I think we have Wu, who's developing very nicely, becoming more of a leader and just a good king, I guess. Evacuating people, calming them. He did what Mako couldn't. That's very much an example of just how far he's come. When Mako was doing everything for him, and now he sort of one-upped Mako. Awesome. Korra, absolutely love what we got from her in this episode and just how subtle it all was. There's 2 things that I love from it. First off, her coming up with the plan, and then everyone just being on board with it immediately. No pushback, they all just trust her implicitly. It's awesome to see, finally, and in general, it was just a good plan. Sneak attack, not just trying to take down the ship, punch your way through. It was a sneak attack, stealth, yeah, bagged him, and you got out. Incredible. I really just feel like she has become the Avatar finally after all this time, like a good Avatar. Not just rushing into things, it feels like she's finally overcome her upbringing. The thing that sort of twisted her and made her sort of, messed her up in a way, from being basically trained as a weapon, to now actually a person, an Avatar that can understand situations and what to do in them, not just fighting. It's so satisfying to see how far she has finally come, just how well it worked. Nothing went wrong in that. Of course, yes, they kind of messed up in the whole giving away the location thing, but even in the interrogation, Korra sort of figured out the plan, she stayed calm and it worked. She didn't try and lash out at Batar, trying to inflict pain on him. She just thought through the plan and found something that did work. She did get him on board, but of course, Kuvira did her thing, and now, yeah, that went kind of wrong, but that wasn't Korra's fault. It's so satisfying to see how far this character has come now. It's taken such a long time to get it, but it's so awesome to finally see it all. This season, especially, has just done wonders for her, and I'm loving every second of it. But then Batar Jr., so we get a lot on him, finally, but I still think it definitely would have been worth a recap episode for, like the recap episode. I feel like it would have been worth not doing that and doing something focused on Kuvira and Batar Jr.'s past, because again, we only saw it from Sue's perspective. That was kind of it, I think. So I feel like there's definitely more missing, and Batar especially needed more. We don't get a full understanding of his motivation, why he does love Kuvira the way he does, its devotion, I mean, I guess you can just say it's simple and natural, but like he clearly is so devoted to her more than the mission, yet she is more devoted to the mission than him. I really did enjoy seeing Sue's scene of just trying to reach him and try and get through to him, try and save her son from all of this, but he's so far gone through his inferiority thing, trying to get out of their shadow. That's the bits we know about. He resented his parents because they did such great things and yet he hasn't done anything yet. So his idea of great thing is uniting the Earth Kingdom. It was his chance at glory to try and stand on the same level as them and be out of their shadow, to no longer be the son of Sue and Batar Sr. And along the way he fell in love with Kuvira, and that is how their mission flourished. Still wish we got more on it and we got to see that process happen, but I guess at least we can understand where it started, and it means that there's nothing really that his parents could do to get him to go away from it, so the only option then is for Kuvira to turn against him, and that is what we get to see here. I will enjoy seeing the aftermath of this and just seeing how much he could turn against her, because either he could just spiral and give up on everything because he just lost the love of his life in this way, or he could have some resentment and really try and take her down, and then give up the plans of this weird mech thing, which I feel like, the mech, I'm really not sure about the mech. It feels quite out there, I will say that. I don't know, it doesn't feel as out there as the giant kaiju thing from season 2. It makes sense. It feels like there's backing to it. It's the spirit weapon just on steroids, but it does feel slightly odd. And I think that's just my gut feeling. Of course, it hasn't had any build up because it's meant to be a surprise. So fine with that. I just don't know if it just feels right. It feels slightly odd. I feel like there's different ways they could have done it. I think I just want to know what landed the creators on doing a mech suit. I think that's what I'm missing. I don't understand why. Why a mech suit? Why not just a giant tank, like a giant super weapon? Like they had that basically ready to go. I guess it wasn't just grabby enough, maybe? I mean, I like the design of the mech. It looks cool, but I do think it sets up its own issues. Like if you take out a leg, this thing's gonna be useless. It's just interesting, and I think I just have issues with mechs in general. They always seem like they're sort of easy enough to take down because it's just a giant person. If you try and push over a person, it's kind of easy. There's different stances and whatever. Like talking back to Iroh, it depends on the person in it. So I guess Kuvira being in there is fine. I think I'm just overthinking it at this point. But I feel like it would have been better if it was like on all fours or like just some kind of different stance. That would make me feel better about it. I think there's nothing intrinsically wrong with it. It's just my feelings. I don't like mechs that much. It just seems odd. I mean, we've had mechs before. Oh no, we've had mechs before. I'm wrapping my head around it. I need a moment. We've seen mechs before. We had new flying mechs who were going to be brought in, but they've been destroyed. But we've seen mechs before. I think those mechs work better for me. They had like tracks, they weren't like walking and stuff. They felt more stable. This thing doesn't. I'm already going to assume that the shell of it is not going to be bendable. It's going to be made out of platinum like all the other mechs so that they can't do anything to it. But I still feel like if you take out the leg or the arm, like with the size of it as well, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things I need to think about for this mech. It's definitely, is it cool? I will say it's cool. Kuvira getting a new sort of power-up thing. They're definitely trying to sell this connection between her and Ozai, connect this mirrored image between them, where Ozai was this incredible conqueror sort of person, fully evil, and in the end he had a comet powering him, which is essentially the spirit stuff, and then he had his giant army of blimps, which would then use that comet to deliver its destruction. That's basically what's happening here. The spirit thing is the comet, and the mech is the blimps that will deliver the destruction. It's more portable, so it works in that sense. But I think I just immediately go to its weaknesses that could be exploited rather easily. Knock it over, what can it do? Can it stand back up? What happens if you get rid of a leg? It becomes kind of useless. I doubt it can stand on one foot. If you just get rid of the arm with the gun on it, what purpose does the rest of the mech have? I think that's what I'm sort of iffy about. They're trying to make the connection, but with Ozai's stuff, any firebender on the blimps was a super weapon. Here, only the arm of the mech is a super weapon. Everything else is just kind of it's just there. The legs just keep it standing. The other arm seems kind of useless and just used to aim the thing. It feels like there's just a lot of wasted potential there, where a lot of it is just like the main purpose of the mech is the gun. So the mech itself is just when the big part is the gun. I still think a giant tank or something would have done better for me personally. I mean, it's fine. I just personally not quite the biggest fan of the mech. But then Kuvira herself, aside from the mech, I do like what we're seeing from her. We had that one scene where sort of her hair is coming slightly undone. I love how the show uses hair and just what it represents. It was coming undone. Normally she's got braids, well, she still has her braids in, but they're so tight and perfect. And in the moment where she reveals the mech, it starts becoming undone. You have strands coming loose. And that's the same thing that happened with Azula, where it starts off sort of perfect, but then slowly starts going into madness. I feel like Kuvira could be on that path. We saw it with her fight with Korra where her hair did become undone, but it didn't really, she sort of let the fight get to her in that sense then. She was no longer perfect. Here, we're seeing that she's starting to slip maybe a little bit. She's now thinks she's taken out the love of her life, even though her real love is to her country, or just her power, I don't really know. So when that comes under threat, that's when I think we'll start seeing her fully start losing it. But this was a nice little tease as to what to expect. But then also I think, it's my issue with the mech again. With the mech, I think I would prefer another fight between Korra and Kuvira, but of course it needs to be personal. With the mech gets in the way of that. We know that Kuvira can sort of go toe-to-toe with the Avatar, kind of, because she's done it once before. I would kind of like a rematch of that. We know people and benders in general can go toe-to-toe with the Avatar. The mech sort of gets in the way. I feel like Korra is no longer fighting Kuvira, she's going to be fighting the mech. But of course this is just me speculating, I've got to wait and see. I think there's sets of concerns for me. Ultimately though, this episode was great. Loved it, loved everything it did. The mech is just jarring, and I will get over it. Okay, to begin with then, I did really enjoy this episode. So much is happening. The reveal of the mech I think was great. While my opinions on the mech are sort of I still think the episode was great overall. Like just looking at Korra and everything she did in this episode was just amazing to see. All of her plans were great. Wanting to take out the spirit weapon early, and then actually finding out that they were early as well, that the invasion was early. All of it is just great sort of battle strategy for the Avatar, not just trying to find Kuvira, trying to punch her in the face or anything. I love that that's basically just gone. That's in the past. I don't even have to worry about that anymore. Korra's so beyond that and developed so much since then. It's just great to see that this is kind of Korra fully arcs out in action. We then get to see her other plans where she retreats. Excellent. She knows that she can't take the mech at the minute and she needs to back off. Then she decides, she's the one that came up with the plan to kidnap Baatar basically, or kidnap, hostage, whatever. I'm going to use the word. She's the one that came up with the plan. That's awesome that she's considering that and to actually think stealth first of all. She got on there, and then she got him back. Threatening was in there, but of course she found a better solution. She found a more creative one, keeping him from the love of his life. I think I just love how much she got up to in this episode, how well everything that she did worked, and that she's understanding her own position more. Raiko may have surrendered, but she knows that she doesn't need to. She's the Avatar. She doesn't take orders from Raiko. She will help out in what the world needs. I love how that stance that Raiko took didn't make her waver. She really does feel like she's completely arced out and just a very good Avatar at the minute. I think the last point of development that she has is just understanding her own power, because the PTSD thing, that has been sorted. It's still there, but it's been sorted. Her last bit is just understanding the Avatar's power and abilities. So here sort of sparked that, saying that it's kind of limitless, and I'm still waiting for that to sort of happen, because what a great show of strength would be is if she's able to bend platinum. That would be interesting. I truly think the mech is made of platinum. It would make no sense for this to be the one mech that isn't bendable. So I do think it's going to be a non-bendable thing. But for Korra to understand the limitless nature of her abilities would be to be able to bend both the spirit energy and the metal. That would be big. And I feel like that's where this should go. Trying to understand her own ability, show off how powerful the Avatar is, that really only the Avatar themselves is what limits them. Baatar Jr., I'm glad that we finally get more on him. I do think he definitely needed more time and more development, and that comes down to the recap episode. I now know fully that the recap episode was just forced on the creators by Nickelodeon, and they were intending to do more backstory stuff, which I wish they got to do. And it's evident that sort of, I think the recap episode, I think they kind of just shoved that in there, but they still went on with their original plan anyway, which I like. It feels like they did try to fill in the gaps here and there, but it's so clear that I think they wanted to do more with Baatar Jr. Giving him this much focus now is because they intended to fill in the gaps a bit more. So just through his dialogue with Sue and just trying to understand the problem here, we can only look at the original stuff that we learned. Him being in the shadow, him going against them because he wants to make his own legacy or whatever. That's the only thing we can go on. But it does feel like in that moment, the audience is almost meant to know more, to try and understand this guy a bit more, but we can only go on the first stuff. So it's so clear that there is a void there, but I'm still happy with how it all worked out. We still understand him enough to realize why he's doing what he's doing. He loves Kuvira and he wants to make a legacy for himself by uniting the Earth Nation, but he's so bought in, but he's so devoted to Kuvira that he'll do just whatever she says, and she has become corrupted by power. He doesn't see that, so instead will just keep going along with her. When she says that the Earth Kingdom will not be united until we have every single bit of land, he will go along with that. The lies that she says at the start, where she says that Zuko and Aang stole the land, he goes along with it. We know the truth. We know that the Earth King gave it to them. It was colonies that were there for generations. Yes, it was wrong what Ozai did, but people had started living there and had lives there, and they've worked out like a good solution to that issue. And Kuvira is just trying to sort of twist it into something else, but yet Baatar will go along with it because he's so blinded by his affection towards her. And now that has finally been broken, I can't wait to see what he does in the next episode, because I want to know, there's two options. He could either just freeze up and just not know what to do, or he'll go on a vindictive rampage, thinking that the love of his life, the person he devoted his own life to, betrayed him in such a way that he could try and just really want to bring her downfall, or he just freezes. Whatever the case, it's going to be quite interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does choose to do. They definitely need him to cooperate, but of course, 2 episodes left. They could give it some time before he does finally come around to it. He could be in shock for all we know. Then we have Kuvira, and we're definitely noticing some sort of changes there. The hair is definitely very important. Always love what this show does with the character's hair. I feel like it's all we have. I'm trying to think of the examples. Zuko is definitely a big one, but then mainly it comes through, I guess, the women of the show, which I do like how much attention they give to that. Zuko's hair, we get to see him rebel against his sort of old way and just show a good distinction between his old life and his new one. Azula was probably just the best example, and I still love that scene so much, where it starts coming undone and she just goes nuts with it, and it starts off so perfect and then completely just a mess to represent what she's become. Absolutely love that scene. I think Katara also demonstrated some of that, where it starts off very restricted with the little loopy things and a braid, then start to become more flowy and free at the end, where she's sort of becoming less sort of the mother figure and starting to become sort of living, I guess, where she's taking on more responsibility and role, and she just how she develops, less confined and more powerful. Then I think we also have Korra, who again she's had 2 major hairstyles from this show, and I think that's just to represent before her change and the 2 after. And then we have Kuvira, who's always had her hair braided, always perfect and neat, and then starting to become unraveled. Very much like Azula. We've seen one instance where it's become fully undone, but it didn't really go into just a full-on crazy meltdown like Azula did. It was redone. It was made perfect again. So I do like that change, right? It does feel kind of like a repeat of Azula, but also it has its own spin to it, where she might go a bit nuts, she might go a bit sort of away from her perfect ideal, but she will bring herself back to it. But we're seeing from this one that it happened, and I think it did obviously go back afterwards, but she didn't really care. The strands were there. Using the power of the mech, the strands were there. It's clear that there's an intention for her to start unraveling soon, and I'm going to look forward to seeing that. She's someone that's so sort of built up and so strict with herself and how she holds herself. It's going to be very satisfying seeing her fully come undone. Then I do have to talk about the mech. I think I'm going to get over it. The mech is here to stay and it's going to be part of the story. I'm going to get over it. Just my initial thoughts on it, and just my thoughts on it now. I don't think it fits super well. I mean, it fits in with like the kaiju stuff from season 2, but I never thought that fit. It felt kind of odd that happened. I guess I know it's been explained to me. It's an overflowing of spiritual energy. They grew, spirits, whatever. It's there, it's explained. The mech feels just odd in the sense that the only important part of it is the gun. You can see what they're trying to do. It's meant to parallel Ozai. Everything about Kuvira is to parallel Ozai. It's to show that she is the Ozai of the Earth Kingdom, which is fine. It's actually awesome to see, and it's showing history repeating itself. I love sort of the message and the symbolism behind it all. But with Ozai's case, his weapon was the comet, which gave him a load of power, and then his method of distributing that power was the airships, the blimps, which caused a whole lot of destruction. And in that scenario, any firebender on the blimp was the super weapon. You had so many, it was all distributed perfectly. Ozai, obviously the most powerful, but each blimp was a mess to deal with in itself, that you needed 2 different teams, Aang versus Ozai, and then you needed the rest of them, Toph, Sokka, and Suki, to take down the rest of the blimps. It was a nightmare to deal with. In this scenario, the weapon that's equivalent to the comet is the spirit gun, whereas the method of distribution would have been the mech, which is equivalent to the blimps. But in this instant, the only bit that's actually threatening is the one arm. If you cut that bit off, it's done. You're not going to need 2 different teams to take on this thing. Really, you just need one person to take it on. So I'm a little bit concerned on what everyone is going to be doing in this. I feel like the rest of our characters will be taking on, I guess, the rest of Kuvira's army, and Korra will be going against the mech. But again, it just feels slightly off with how so much of the mech is only defined by the one thing. It's only defined by the arm. I love it if in the next couple episodes it can do other things, and that if maybe the spirit power does other things to the mech. I would love that so much. But right now it feels off, simply by just having it be a mech that's kind of just a fancy transportation system for the one arm. That's basically it. But then on to more positive things, we have Wu, who is developing so nicely now. I think it's definitely taken its time, but we're seeing good things from him. He's starting to feel more like a leader. He's talking to the people. He's being good. He's being kind. He's one-upping Mako in just capability when it comes to people. It's good to see. I still think I want more from him. I'd love just a moment where he does feel like a king, because in this instance, he's just telling people to evacuate. It's good, but it doesn't feel like full-on leadership. Feels like good people skills, yes, that's good. But I want another moment where he does feel like the true leader and the perfect heir to the Earth Kingdom, someone that can actually fix it. Because he still does not feel like he could rival Kuvira in that sense. When Kuvira does get defeated, because obviously the show has to end with her being defeated, he needs to be there to pick up the pieces and convince people to actually follow him. And that's going to be such a tall order to do. And right now he doesn't feel there yet, but we still have 2 episodes. And I'm hoping that he gets development for that, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm just very curious to see how they manage to do it. Because it does feel rather late. So much is happening, so much is left to do. And he just needs like one big moment where he does feel like a king before Kuvira is defeated. I mean, it could come afterwards, but then again, I don't know how I'd feel about that. If Kuvira does get defeated and then he steps up and feels like a king, I don't know if people would be willing, I don't think it would feel right if people just follow him automatically then, because they'd still be quite loyal to Kuvira, and Wu still hasn't done enough to prove himself to his people. And then we have Varric and Julie. And yeah, their relationship, I'm glad they've been reunited. It's not the reunion I was hoping for, but I think it's probably better than what I was hoping for. Varric is stubborn. That's what we get to see. I'm glad that Julie does have she's finally standing up for herself. That's what I'm thankful for. She's actually become a character rather than just Varric's tool. And I'm just so glad that she let him have it. Of course, the first one we now know was kind of fully fake, or she was just saying that to go on his good side. But I'm glad that she finally just stood up for herself, told Varric what she thinks and feels, and I'm just hoping Varric can get through to it. And I'm just hoping that can get through to Varric. They're such a fun couple. We've followed Varric for a while now. We know how desperately he does need Julie and how he does feel about it. It's very obvious. He might not admit that to himself yet, but it's so clear. So he has a lot of work to do. He needs to get over himself and actually sort of work with her and just have that happen yet. She doesn't want to be an assistant. That's what she said. She doesn't want to be his assistant anymore. She wants to be more. And it's whether or not Varric can sort of stomach that. Can he sort of be partners with him? He's doing it with Asami. He can be partners with Asami, but apparently not Julie. So Varric needs to work on himself. Yeah, I think I'm happy that it hasn't happened yet, because it's going to be satisfying when these two finally do make amends and get together. Because that's where this is going. That's obviously where this is going, and they do make quite a good little couple when I hope that they're on more equal ground. As for what's next, I think this definitely feels like a 3-part final. I do like how, because this is an invasion, I like how much time and attention it's giving to it all. Kuvira has attacked everyone. I would be surprised if no one is injured, but I would be shocked if someone actually died. I doubt anyone's died there. They need Bataar Jr. to take down the weapon, or at least understand it. Lin is heading over there, so now Raiko doesn't have a bodyguard. I mean, he's got some metal benders, but honestly, again, compared to Lin, he's got no one. So it does make him feel slightly vulnerable, because I've got to remember, the idea of the invasion, how does Kuvira win? She doesn't win by destroying everything, because then she's won nothing. She wins by taking down the leader of this section, which is Raiko. That is her priority. The Avatar, she could care less. The Avatar is basically a fly that's going to get in her way. Well, that's how she thinks it. Her target is Raiko, and right now Raiko is undefended. He's just left out in the open. So that is a big concern. Literally, Kuvira could just point her arm to Airbender Island and flatten it. That would basically be this over with. And now there's not really anything stopping her from doing that. She thinks that Bataar's been taken care of, so this issue of the whole surrendering thing is done. So I guess she could go over there and like discuss surrender. But then again, that means she's then close. And I doubt she's going to be leaving the mech suit. So she's going to be going over there close to Raiko. And it's going to be a whole nother issue entirely. The main thing our characters do need to do now is just get Bataar on board. Whether or not that'll be immediate or whether or not they'll have to coax him into fully betraying her. Something I'm yet to see. But we know that's where this is heading. And I think I'm just looking forward to seeing how they can take this thing down. I'm hoping that there is some kind of creative solution and it's not just take out the legs. I want this mech to be something more. Right now it's basically just a fancy transportation system for the gun. I need it to do more. Maybe have the spirit stuff power it. Maybe it can end up flying, I don't know. Maybe the other arm can turn into something else with the spirit energy. Who knows? Let it do something more so that it isn't just fancy transportation system. And then that allows for just more tension and more conflict and more sort of ways for Korra to try and think about how to defeat this thing. Because we have Bataar now. He's going to be the one to know how to defeat it. I need it to be creative. And it needs to be something. It can't just be make it topple. I feel like that one obvious solution is try and overload it or mess with its system. Then that means getting inside the thing. I don't quite know. I'm excited to find out how it is. I'm just hoping it's something interesting. Overall though, this episode was very good. Loved everything it did with Korra. It does feel like everything, all the plot lines for Korra are kind of done. She does feel like a perfect avatar now. She feels complete in the avatar sense. It's just about her understanding her power and what she's actually capable of. She is limiting her own ability and she needs to break free from that. I love what this does with Wu and just the other little plot things going on. Again, Asami feels just a little bit redundant at the minute. I'm hoping she gets more to do. but I'm struggling to think about where she does fit in, because the mechs are gone as well now. So her whole creation stuff, that's done. But of course, the main focus being Batar Jr. was excellent. Glad that we finally get more on him, ready for the next 2 episodes, which I'm hoping will just keep getting more intense. Of course, my only reservation for this episode was of the giant mech. That thing does not sit well with me. I'm hoping that the next episodes do more with it. They can make it a bit more sort of fun, or do something else with it, that it isn't just a fancy transportation system. It's got to be more. I can't let it. I really hope that it's more. It can't just be legs and an aiming arm for the gun. It's got to be more than that. But aside from that, I did really enjoy this episode. It was good, and I do enjoy everything it did manage to do with all of our characters. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and with that, I'll see you in the next one for Season 4, Episode 12. See ya!